Yeah, hey, hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the this Big Three session. Actually, today we will discuss the Big Three contents, and we'll also take your query. I am seeing that someone raised the hand. Uh,
Yes, sir.
okay,
It was me just
okay,
asking
okay.
that today will week 2 or week 3 discussion. Now it
Yeah,
is clear.
basically, we are planning to discuss the Big Three content now. So actually, the programming is started in Big Three. If you
Programming questions, right?
Yes, yes. Programming question as
Okay,
well as
okay.
the related things which is required for the programming. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so we will discuss these things. If you
Means
have,
the basics of you will start the basics of programming.
yeah, yeah, we will start from the basic structure,
Okay,
operator,
sir.
variables, all the things. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.
yeah. Okay, any query before starting? Yeah, initially I just saw that some Naman was also raised the hand. I think. Okay, let me share my screen. One second. Okay, so I've created some basic notes for the big three. I'll share the drive link of this notes. This is actually very basic requirement for the programming initial part. So we will discuss all the things today, and we will also take one editor. So in this C programming course, basically we are using editor. One is the portal. Okay, you are aware of that portal questions. Now the programming assignment is already released, and another we will also use this Replit team. If you are aware of this Replit team, I hope. I think sir is discussed about this Replit
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
lecture. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you haven't watched the video, then you can watch the video. Otherwise, I will also show you how we can start coding in C on the Replit. So I'm just telling you how we can start on the Replit. So just type the replit.com in your browser. Okay, and it initially it may be asked to create a login or user name. Okay, for the sign up, you can also log in through your Gmail account. So after that, once you reach at the home page, so this is not the home page actually. One second. Hmm. So once you open this replit.com, this type of home page will be open to you, and after that you can click on this Replit create REPL. Okay, by this plus sign, and there is one more sign on the right top, plus sign. Okay, here you can click, and when you click this, so there are multiple language actually this Replit.com provide. Here we are just looking for C programming, so we will search. So you can type if these languages are not available, not visible to you. You can search in template like C. So C will be open to you. C will be visible to you, and then now you can select the C language uh, your programming language. Now you can just give some name of your project. So now suppose I'm giving one name C example. Okay. So this is the two things. Select the language and give the name of your replit. Now create replit.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, what you have taught in the last 2 minutes, I was disconnected due to network errors.
Okay, okay. Actually, I'm just talking about one online this editor. Okay. This is replit.com. You can just type replit.com on your browser. So it will be asked for the sign up or login, and you can sign up through your mobile number, email ID, all these details, or you can also log in through your Gmail account. Okay, after that, when you just log in on that, how you can create the Replit means it is creating a virtual environment for you to write the programming, write the program in C language. So initially, you will see this home page. Uh, Once you log in this, once you open this, this home page will be open to you. After that, you can click on this create REPL. Okay, create REPL or this plus sign on the right top. Okay, there are two options here. So here you can click on any. Now after clicking on this, it will ask for the language. First, search template. So you can select the language here. So there are multiple languages are available in this Replit.com, and here you need to select C. Okay, so select C, and after that give any name for your Replit this Replit project. Okay, you can give any name. So I have just created one, and this C example one. So once you give some name and click on the create Replit, so this type of file will be this type of page will be open on your screen. And this is online. Actually, this is online compiler where you can run your C program. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Some sample program is already given. You can remove this and you can write from the start. So we will just use this Replit team in our live session, and sir will also use this in video lectures. And this is a one resource, and another thing is portal where we are providing you the assignments, graded programming assignment, theory programming assignment. Also, so practice on the portal is also important, because your this online proctor programming exam will also be conducted on the portal itself. Okay. So, and also from week 5 onwards, this timed mock programming exam, timed programming mock will also be conducted. That will also be conducted on your portal. So write the program on the portal itself for the enough practice to give the exam. Okay.
Sir, practical programming exam will be only in OPPEO only, or it will be in the quiz one also?
No, not quiz one. Question will become similar to your theory assignment.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, MCQ, MSQ, and numerical input type.
Same as qualifier, sir.
Yes, same. Okay. So this quiz one is actually a theory assignment type of questions will come in your quiz one or qualifier exam. Okay. Programming question will come in the OPP exam, online proctored programming exam. Okay, so there are two OPP in the course, OPP 1 and OPP 2. Okay, these are two online programming exam where you have to write the program on our portal. Okay, and there are another two exam where is one quiz one. Okay, this is which is basically on the TCS center exam. So where the question will become similar to your graded theory assignment or practice theory assignments, and similar for the end term.
Sir, you were talking about a timed
Yeah,
exam
timed mock
for-
exam is basically
It is for qualifiers, sir.
No, it's not for qualifier. It's for return students. So from week 5 onwards.
Qualifier classes, right, sir?
No, qualifier till week 4. We are not providing. We are not giving this timed mock exam. And after week 5, we will just schedule this timed mock exam every week.
Okay.
Okay. Those who qualified the qualifier exam, they will shift it to a term as a term students, and they will be given this timed mock exam.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay.
Sir, after week 5.
Yes, from the week 5 content.
From the week 5.
After the week 5 content, every week have a mock exam.
Yeah, mock exam, and similar this. So you can see in the practice assignment 5 questions are there, and graded assignment 5 questions are there. Similar one unit will be released on the portal. You can see one new unit with the name of timed mock. So, and maybe 4 or 5 questions will be there in the timed mock and on the same portal, and you have to finish these questions within the 2 hours. And you have 3 options. You have 3 chances. So this timed mock will be released on Friday, Saturday, Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Sir, after starting, you have 3 hours.
2 hours.
Oh, sorry, 2 hours.
Yes.
And 3 attempts.
Yeah. So at 7 p.m., this new unit will be visible to you on the portal. At that time, you can open the question and you can start writing the code. You can run the code and submit the code. And this unit will be hide at the 9 p.m.
Sir, we
Okay.
have to give all the 3 attempts.
No. You can select. You can select any attempt one day. Okay. If you
There will
select,
be different time slots on that day.
no.
You have to
Three
means we would
same.
have different time slot. We have to choose only one.
Actually, similar question will be released on 3 days. Okay, at the duration of 7 to 9 p.m. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Same question will be released. You can attempt on any day. Either Friday you can attempt, just complete all 4 questions and just leave. Okay, so then no need to attempt on Saturday and Sunday. Complete. Okay. If you suppose if you missed on the Friday, you can attempt on the Saturday 7 to 9. The same question.
And they will be graded also. Means okay.
Okay, it's similar for the Sunday, and the Sunday you can also. So similar question will be released on all 3 days. So you can
So, sir,
attempt.
it will start from week 5
Yes,
onwards.
from week 5 onwards.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is the timed mock. Actually, this is basically for the practice for OPP exam, because OPP exam you will have only 2 hours and 4 questions. So at that time, if you are not doing enough practice in the timed manner, so maybe you will not be able to complete all the questions in the OPP exam. So this is just a preparation for OPP exam.
Sir, can you please summarize what you said?
Okay, actually, I'm just talking about the evaluation process. What type of assessment we are providing in the course. So I've just talked about this quiz 1 and term exam and OPP exam first, and after that I'm just talked about this weekly timed mock exam. Okay, this is for term students, those who have qualified the this course, and those who have entered into the term as a term student.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, this mock programming marks will be added in a school scorecard.
No, some weightage is there. I think 5% weightage is there, and also OPP2. You will be eligible in OPP2 exam if you have 40% marks in best 4 timed mock exam. Then you will be eligible in OPP2 exam. Just read the grading document. Everything is written in the clear statement. Okay, just read the grading document of this course.
Sir, this all is started from week 5 onwards.
Yeah, week 5. OPP1 will be available for all students. OPP2 will be available only for those students those who have 40% marks in best 4 timed mock exam. Okay.
So didn't get it this OPP1 or OPP2. Can you please little explore?
Have you read grading document?
Yeah, just gone through it, but didn't get any exactly idea. There is a online proctored exam will be there, OPP1, OPP2. You need to give the earlier exams, the weekly assignments like that.
Okay, I'm just explaining you. So what is the
So-
assessment process? So first thing is the quiz 1. Okay.
Minimum 40%, then only you'll be able to get the,
Yeah, your voice is breaking. Is it for me or others also?
His voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, 1 second. Yeah, just 1 second. Quiz 1. Okay, this is the first assessment, and second assessment is OPP E1. Third is OPP 2, and fourth is end term. Okay, end term exam. Before that, there are these graded assignment is also there. Okay, so graded assignment or weekly assignments, weekly assignment. Okay, and there is one unit timed mock. Programming. Okay, so these are the component.
OPPE meaning?
Which meaning OPPE, online proctored programming exam. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So weekly assignment, you are already aware, theory assignment plus programming assignment. Okay. Timed mock programming is also a programming assignments. Okay. Quiz one is a theory assignment.
Sir, when the time mock programming assignment will be happening, so we will be notified about that, no?
Yeah, we will send the announcement before this is starting. Actually, this will start from week 5.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and this
Sir?
is only for term students, not for the qualifier.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, how many time mock programming exam will be there?
Yeah, from week 5 it will start. So maybe till week 10 or 11. I think week 10 till week 10 it will be run, and after that, so I think 6 timed mock exam will be provided to you before OPP2 exam. So out of 6, best 4 will be selected. Okay, for the score, and your marks should be greater than or equal to 40 in best 4 out of 6. Okay.
And sir,
This timed mock programming score should be greater than equal to 40 in best 4 out of 6 to appear in OPP2 exam. Okay, so this OPP2 is actually related, this dependent on this timed mock programming exam. If your score is less than, then you cannot appear in OPP2 exam. Okay. OPP1 is open for all. You can sit in OPP1, you can just give the exam and you can get your score. Quiz 1 is open to all. End term, yeah, there is one eligibility for end term. You have to appear in at least OPP1 or at OPP2 in any one of this programming exam. Okay. So this is the one thing. Okay. For passing criteria, there is one criteria. You have to score at least 40 marks in any one of the OPP exam. Okay, this is one passing criteria for this course. So suppose if you get 40 marks in OPP1, that means if you got 0 marks in OPP2, still you will be considered as a pass in OPP exam. If you get less than 40 in both OPP1, that means you will be considered as a fail in OPP exam.
Sir, is this all be graded?
Yeah, these all are the graded, and some weightage is there in the final score. So I think 20% for OPP1 or 20% for OPP2. Like this, just read the grading document for all the things. I'm just talking about. So this timed mock programming, this assignment is also important. So just attempt every. So you have 3 days. So this Friday and Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. Okay. So sometime it may be this schedule may be changed. So that will be informed to you due to some exam like this programming exam or quiz exam, this type of any activity. Sometime it may be changed, but this will be provided in that way. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 to 9, it will be open. You have to attempt any one of the day, or you can suppose you can also do in that way. You can suppose if you have solved 2 questions on Friday, 2 are remaining. So then you can also attempt the remaining 2 questions on Saturday.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, this OPP exams will be fully focused on programming, sir.
Yeah, programming. These are the programming exam where you have to connect online, and one proctor will monitor to you. Just so you will connect through Gmeet, and you have to turn on your video through your phone, and where
Okay.
the proctor will monitor to you. Proctor will see you and your computer screen uh, through your mobile, and in the proctor monitoring, you will give this exam for the 2 hours.
Okay, sir. How much questions will be there in this exam, sir?
Four programming question in 2 hours.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, this is the plan. But if anything is changed, we will just inform you. Okay.
Sir,
So
is this coming on this week Friday? या फिर in fifth week
not
Friday?
this,
Oh,
not
fifth
this.
week.
Yeah, fifth assignment, fifth week. Now upcoming is the week 4. Okay.
Means 14 days are remaining for that.
Yeah.
14 to 17.
Hmm. Yeah, these assignment, timed assignment is also similar to your this GRPA and PPH type of questions, the similar things. Okay, but actually this will be released only for 2 hours each day. So at that time you have to complete. This is just for increase your programming speed. Okay, so just read the grading document and for carefully and follow all the rules which is written in the grading document. So do not miss anything. Okay. So what I'm talking about this week 3 things. So as I told you, we will use this Replit in the live session. Okay. And where you can also use this Replit.com, or you can also use any offline or any editor. So this supports the C. So now we are using this Replit. So what is this? First we will discuss about the basic structure, C programming structure. Okay. So what are the things in the C programming structure? So first thing is the pre-processive. First thing is C program consists of several components that determine its structure and behavior. I'm just typing a basic structure of C programming. Okay. So first structure is look like this. We can write okay, so this is the basic structure of C program. First we write this line, this is called hash, and this is one word include, and after this arrow this less than and greater than symbol is stdio.h. Okay, so this is the one line, and this is called the function actually. Okay, this is called the function. We can write another function in the similar manner. So like we can write another function like this, int display. Okay. Okay, so these all are called the function display, and this is the function name, and this is function. Because of that we are writing this parenthesis, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. So if we are writing function, and so we will just define the function name and then this brackets. Okay, and there is one thing, data type. Before that we are writing the data type. So int means integer. Okay, integer, you know that integer, what is integer? So integer, basically this function will return a integer value. Okay, when we run this function, it will return a integer value. So this is defined by here. We can also change this like void. If you are writing void, so there is no need to return anything by the function. Okay, we can write char char, so that is means function will return a character. So in that way, if we are writing a definition of the function, so first we write the return type, then function name, and function. This is a function. We will just write the parenthesis, round parenthesis, open and close, and this is a open curly parenthesis, and this is close curly parenthesis. So this is complete block is actually called a function block. Okay, yeah, because
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So can in parentheses we can also write void.
Yeah, we can write. So we will discuss
It means
this in
that
the.
the program will the function will not run or something else.
Where you are talking about this void?
In parentheses, yeah. If I write same thing void.
Yeah, you can write. Otherwise, in this parenthesis, we can pass some parameter. We can pass the value which will be used inside this block. This curly braces. Okay. We can
Sir,
pass some parameter. Yeah.
This function that you tell that int main, integer main,
Hmm.
void display. Similarly, there's a integer maths.
int math.
Int math, yeah.
Yeah, you can write. You can create a.
So
math.
what display means, because maths.
No. This is nothing. This is created by you can give any name. Your function.
Any name whichever.
Yeah.
From
you
my
can.
side.
Yeah, you can give any name for your function, but there is one actually required function is in the C program is a main. Okay, this main actually this is the entry point of the program. When the program will run, so first this main function will execute first. Okay. Other function we will call from the main function. These other function which we are just declaring here, this will not run directly. If we are not calling this function, this will not run. But this main function automatically will call and it will run by default. Okay, so this is a required function for the C program. Okay.
Sir, so if we write int, then it returns us integer. If we write char, then it returns us character. Sir, what does it returns if we write void?
Yes, if you don't want to return anything from the function, so we will write void.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now what are the things? We will start from the first line.
Sir, difference between int display and int main, sir. What difference between display and main, sir?
These are two different functions. Okay, these are two different functions. You can create any number of functions in your program, but this main function is actually a by default required function for the C program. Actually, when you write the program and when you run the program, so this main function is actually called first and it executes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So by default, you have to write this main function. You have to write all the codes inside this. If you want to run any other function, you have to call this function by the name. Okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, and this int and void are what are they, sir?
This is the data type. Okay, we will discuss these things in detail.
Okay,
and now
sir.
you can just remember these things. This is a data type. Actually, which function is returning? What type of value actually function is returning?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now we will discuss about the first line. So what is this things? Yeah. So first thing is the preprocessor directive. Okay. So what is this preprocessor directive? Preprocessor directive are instruction to the preprocessor, which is separate program that preprocess the source code before actual compilation. So when we are writing this hash things, okay. So this is called the preprocessor. Where is the program? Okay, so when we are writing this hash, okay, it indicate that this include is a preprocessor, and it have some work in the before compilation of the program. Actually, when we are just writing this hash include, so there is one library we are writing here, stdio.h. This is actually called the header file. Okay, header file stdio.h. H means header. And this is actually a library where some function definition is predefined. Okay, so this is standard input output header. Okay, so some input and output related function is defined inside this library, and that function we want to use in our program. Because of that, we are including this library in our program. Okay, so every program when we are writing, so we will maybe take some input at the runtime, or maybe we will just display some output in the program. Okay, so we require some basic input and output functions in our program. Because of that, we are including this library in our program. Okay, so before compilation, this has actually, this is defined by a preprocessor. So this part will be pre-processed. Okay, so before compilation, that file, this library will be included in your program. Similarly, if you want to define any constant before run the program, okay, so you can also define any constant here by writing this hash define. Okay, like pi equal to 3.14, like this. Okay, so you can write in that way. So this is also a preprocessor, and before compiling the program, so this first preprocess part will be run actually, and some information. So this actually is actually including the library in your program. Here this part is actually defining some constant for variable pi that you can use globally in your program. Yeah, Alkesh?
Sir, what's a preprocessor?
Yeah, preprocessor is basically okay, so yeah, there are some steps. This preprocessor is also a one steps when you just run the program. Now, when you just run the program, suppose if you are writing a program, so this is just a text. This is just a file. Okay, source file. Okay, when you run this program, so there is first step is a preprocessor steps. So at that time, some initial setup is actually happen. So if you have defined this hash include, so that actually there is some meaning for this line. So that means this library is including in your program. If you are defining some if you want to define some constant for any variable, so you can use this hash define for defining the constant. So this is the this is the one three steps before the compilation process. Okay, so that happens when you run the code. So what is the process of execution is, you are writing a code in text file. Okay, so this text file, or you can say that C file on the one editor. So this is a source file. When you run this code, this this preprocessor actually in the first step it checks that any preprocessor is there or not in your code. So if any preprocessor is found, that some related work will be happen before compilation, and after that it will be passed to the compiler. Okay, it will be passed to the compiler, then compiler will perform some operations and will generate a object file, and then it will be passed to the linker. The linker will also perform some work to convert object file to the executable file, exe file. Then that exe file will be passed to the processor, and that will be run by the processor. So there are some steps for required to run the program complete. Okay, yeah, because
Sir, this constant one hash define pi used to set the value of pi in whole program. It will be constant.
Yes, so you can define some constant value for the whole
Even
program.
though if I change the value, means if
So it
in
will,
this int main I typed pi equals
no, this is a constant. You cannot change this constant variables.
even if I write code for it, it will be same.
Okay, so these are the things. This actually happens before compilation. So this is the preprocessor things. Actually, the include means basically we generally use there are many preprocessor are there, but we commonly use this include to include some library in our program, and this has define to define something something before execution of the program. Okay, before compilation of the program. Okay, so first it checks, our process will check that is there any preprocessor is exist in our program or not. So if any preprocessor is there, so that means some operation will be performed based on that. Then this program will be passed to the compiler. Okay, so this is for the include. So this standard stdio.h. So this is means standard input output. So some function, some operations are already predefined in this library that we can directly use in our program. Okay, we no need to write the complete code for that. We can directly use that part. Okay, so I will just show you what things I'm just talking about input output. Okay, so yeah, if you see this, not this file, 1 second. So in this code, input output is not there. Yeah, so you can see this printf. Okay, so printf, this this is a function. Okay, we are using this open bracket and the close bracket. So that means this is a function, and we are passing some information inside this parenthesis of this function, and there is some operation performing when we are calling this printf. So what operation is performing in the backend of this function, that is actually predefined inside the stdio.h library. Okay, so we are directly using that. So basically the purpose of printf is this. So it will print something in the output console. So when we talk about this Python and this compiler, when we execute this code, so this is basically a part where we write the code, it creates a source file, and there is one part console actually where output will be generated. Okay, when we run this program, output will be displayed on this console. Okay, after the process of this execution, file will be converted into object file, then exe file, then it will be moved to the processor, then processor will generate some output. That output will be displayed in our console. Okay, so this console is basically a interaction part where we can interact with our program during the execution. When our program is running, we can interact with this program during the execution process. So we can so some output will become on this console. We can give some input to the program also from this console. Okay, so this is the interaction part. This is the program file, this is the console. So when we run this any program, so our output will come on this console. We can also give some input at the running time. So I'll give you some example. Okay, later after. So this is the things, and next part is yeah. So first is preprocessor directives and yeah, this global declaration. Okay, yeah, because
Sir, we run a program, but what is the difference between running and debugging the program?
Debugging is the different things after the execution. So we can check the code step by steps. Okay, if our code is running, so we can just check that what happened on the every steps, what value is updating on the variables. So that means we are debugging means we are just looking the updation on the every steps,
not errors.
Error. So basically this debug is basically used to find out the error.
Sir told that debugger is console plus shell.
Yeah, so because of that actually it executes instruction one by one, and it actually it stops after execution of each steps. Then we can see what happened after execution of each steps. Okay, if our program have for example 5 lines, so it will execute step by step, and it will stop after execution of each line. Okay, and then we can see what effect actually happened when the first instruction is executed. Then we can just move we can just go to the next instruction. Then we can see what happened in the next steps. Okay.
Sir, in debugging, is there a limit that the certain errors can be tell, or any error can be means in the process of debugging will be known?
No, actually, it depends on
Or
the
just
error,
a
what type
small
of
one that
yeah.
you missed
So
semicolon, you just missed the bracket.
yeah, that is actually called the syntax error. There are two types of error: syntax error and semantic error. So syntax error means if you have missed any rule of the language. Okay. So there are actually we will follow the rule of the language to write the program, and if you are just missing anything, so it will give the syntax error. And semantic error means some logical error. Okay, some logic error is there and output is coming wrong, then you have to find out the what logic is incorrect and what place the logic is not correct. So at that time you can check step by step to identify the logic error. Okay,
Means
syntax error is actually generally generated by the compiler, so it will if syntax is missing, definitely when you run the code it will show the error message.
if in the code I used some variable a, but I and not define it as an integer before that, it will show me the error. It will be
Yeah, it will
second
be
one.
it will be show some error, or if error if syntax error or this type error or this type of error is not there, then if any logical error is there, then you have to find what where actually you have done the mistake.
Okay,
so
sir.
that step by step you can identify the logical error. Okay, so if you just not following any rules of the programming language, then that error will actually displayed by the compiler. Okay, so yeah, first the next thing is the global declaration. Actually, if you want to declare any global variables, global value for any variables, so that is the area actually when you can declare. So in the program, so this is the area. Okay, before writing this main, okay, I'm just removing this function. Actually, this is the main function we have to write every time. Okay, and this is the area. So after writing this hash include stdio.h, after writing this before main function, you can declare any variables. You can declare any variable, like I have just declared the pi value, and similarly you can declare any other variables that will be used in the complete program, all the part. Okay, that means that variable is global variable. You can access the value of that variable in any part of the program. Okay, so this is the space where you can declare any global variable if you want. Okay, so this is the global part. Okay, so like this example, int global variable. So this is the variable name, and equal to 10. So now you can access this global where value from anywhere of the program. Okay, similar, you can declare any function globally in this space. So that function you can call from any where. Okay, globally function. Next thing is the function declaration and definition. So next part is the
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, what is the difference between global declaration and before that you have used something known as define, no, sir?
That is actually constant. Okay, constant
Yes,
means
sir.
you cannot change the value later in the program.
Okay, sir, but in global variable we can change
Yeah,
in
you can
between the
change.
programs also.
Yes, you can change. Yeah, Naman.
Sir, after int main, you have written main. Is this also a variable or that function main function? How to differentiate?
Sorry, you are talking about 1 second. Yeah, this
That
int
is
main.
fifth line, int main.
This is actually a function. Okay, and this is the required function for the C program, which will be called by default. Okay, and which you have so what expression or what statement you have written inside this main function, that will actually start running first.
But after int you have written main, and in
Hmm.
previous example you have told that the global variable. So this main function is variable here.
This is a function. This function actually, when we are writing any name here, and we are just just adding parentheses around this close parenthesis. Okay, open parenthesis and close parenthesis. So that means this is a function.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Okay, so this is the identification of function. So we are just writing it type of the return and function name, and this is the indication that this is a function. And this open bracket and curly bracket is the scope of this function. Okay, so this complete as actually considered as a one function block. Yes.
Hello, sir. This is Ayush Rathore. Sir, I have a question that, sir, assembly level language before some questions were given in the assignments of C programming. So assembly level language, sir, the questions were too complicated, sir.
Why actually some comments are there? Comments is already written in that code. So if you don't know what is the meaning of that assembly code, you can just read the comment and you can solve that problem. I think we have discussed some questions in the previous session.
Sir, I was not able to attend those lectures, sir.
So both lectures are available on the YouTube. Okay, just revisit on these videos, and we have explained how we can solve this assembly type of questions.
Okay, sir. Sir, that register and memory operations,
Yeah,
those
that type of question. Yeah, we have all discussed all these type of questions in the previous sessions.
Sir, can you take one more live session regarding those some fast approaches regarding those questions?
Actually, as one thing you can also do, you can focus on this programming questions now. Okay, once
Okay,
your programming once your programming question part is clear, then you will easily get that type of questions.
Okay, sir. The logic will be built up by this type of things only.
Okay, so same things will be performed here, but we will perform all the things using the syntax of C. But at that time, we are just using the language, normal language steps. Okay.
So those are not very much important. These things
No,
are
those
important,
are,
na?
yeah.
C syntax.
But
Okay,
for the quiz one exam, though, that are also important. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So okay, so this is the function you have to write when you are writing C program. You have to write this function main. Okay. Here you can just write anything. So void you can write like this, void main. Okay. If you are not returning anything from your function, so you can write void. Otherwise, you can write int. But if you are writing this int, so after writing the program inside this function, you have to add one statement return 0. So that means if you're return 0 means your code is run execute successfully. So this is the indication for the OS operating system. Otherwise, the another functions. Okay, so this is the main function. We will not use the return value for this function in any place, but other function we will when we will write the other functions. So we will read the value which actually that function is returning. So that actually function part will be discussed in the week 5. Okay, in the details how we can write the function things. So just now, just know that what is this actually, what we are. What is the programming structure is actually. Okay. Okay, so this is function declaration and definition. So now you can see the one sample here. Okay, so I'm just writing one second.
Sir, I am having one doubt. You told that global variable is not changeable now, sir.
No, global variable.
You told it changeable.
Yes.
My question is only when we use return that value, then only it will not change now, sir. Otherwise, it will be in that value itself, now. Whatever we did change in the inside program, it will not affect the outside, now.
No. So actually, this can be updated. So let me just show you. So suppose int a equal to 10. I am just declaring globally. Okay. Now this is the main function, and here I am writing this a equal to 20. Okay. So now if I just print this, print percentage and A. Okay, so I declare this variable A outside of this function, main function. Okay, so this actually is declared as a global variable. Now I'm directly able to use inside the main function this variable A, and here I am just changing this value A equal to 20. Now we can, if I run this code, it will print the 20 value. You can see. Okay. So that means you can use this global variable from any place, from any function. Okay. So this is the things. Okay. So this is the part where we are declaring the global things. So actually there are two things. This is the global variable. Okay. And we can declare. So function declare and function definition. These are two different things. If you have declared the function, okay, so this is the function declaration. Okay, int add, this is the function name. We will pass two value of integer types A and B. Okay, so this is the declaration of function. We have just declared the name of the function here and what type of value we will pass. Now at the time we can define this function at any place. Okay, we can define this function after the main function, so it will work. Okay, there is no problem then, because we have already declared this function before the main function, and if we call this function from the main function, so that means it will be run fine. Okay, if we not declare this function, if only define this function, okay, so at that time we have to define only before the main function, then it can be called. Okay, then we cannot define this function after the main function. Okay, so this is the structure. First things, we are writing this preprocessor directive, then we global variable, then global declaration. Okay, global declaration, and you can write any number of function in your program, but you have to write this main function. Okay, so this is the main entry point of the program when the execution will start from this this line. Okay, from the first statement of the main function. So right now this is the only things you need to know about the structure. Okay, we will discuss all these things function in the week 5 in details. Okay, now we will start from the basic things. What is the
Sir, what's the significance of return 0?
Yeah, this is actually from main function. From main function, this is the indication to the operating system. That means this execution happens successfully. There is no error actually generated by this program. So this this int function is actually returning 0. That means it is executed successfully without any error. Okay, sir, this is for the operating system, not for us.
Okay, sir.
Sir. Sir, in one of the program which you typed previously, you written that return A plus B, no, sir?
Sorry, where?
This one, sir, right here. You have typed return A plus B, no, sir?
Yes. So this is actually an expression. This expression will compute something and return a single value.
Okay, sir.
So this is actually.
Yes, sir. Difference between return A plus B and print A plus B, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, what happened? So let me just complete this program. Okay. So 1 second. Add. Okay. And X is equal to add.
Hello, sir. Sir, can you send this live session notes after the completion of this video?
Yes, sure. I will share the link. Okay, drive link.
Sir, where we can get the access to this link?
Yeah, I will share the. Let me share now, right now. Okay. So this is just created for the helping notes. 1 second, copy link. Okay, in chat I am just sending this. Okay, so I have written this program. Now you can understand that what is this print meaning and what is this return things. Okay, so when we are using this print statement, okay, so this function will print something in the output console. Okay, on the output console, but return statement is actually return something inside the program. Okay, so here you can see that when I call this add, so this function is written before the main function, and when we run this code, so our code will start execution from this line. Okay, int x. So first this line will be execute. Second line is the x equal to add. Okay, so here actually we are calling the function which is already defined above. Okay, so here now when we call this function add and we are passing two value 8 and 10. So this 8 value is actually passing inside A and 10 value is passing inside B. Now A equal to 8, B equal to 10. Okay, and here return statement A equal to 8 plus 10, 18. Okay, so this function add function will return 18 value to the x here. Okay, so when we run this, so this function will return value 18, and that 18 value will be assigned to x. Or now then x we are printing, and then output will come 18. You can see.
Sir, along with 18, make minus s dot slash main, why it is coming?
What this is some representation. This is not related to the output. So output is only this. Okay, so this is just representation, but file is actually executing. So we have only file this main.c. Some other file is also generated during the process. So that some representation in the output scheme. Okay, so you can ignore these things right now. Only see the output line. This is 18. Okay, this will be come in the every program. Okay, but it will not generate in your on your this portal. Okay, so when you run this code, only 18 will be printed. Okay, this is just related to the Replit environment.
Sir, when we add after the int main x is equal to add 8 plus 10 means the x is equal to add 8 plus 10 is calling the function return a plus b, sir.
Yeah, here we are calling the function. So this is the function, and inside this function we are passing two value 8 and 10. So first value will be passed inside A, and 10 value will be passed inside B, and then this sum we are returning. So 8 plus 18, sorry, 8 plus 10, 18 will be returned by this function, and that value will be returned and here. So that means when we run this code, so this this part is actually replaced by 18 like this. Okay, and 18 will be assigned to x.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is the calling things. We can call any function from inside the main function, or we can also call any other function inside the another function. Okay, so we can call any other function from this add function like this. Okay, but this is the main function. This is which is basically will run by default. So this is the main things. Now we will come onto the
Sir, what happen if we take a return 5 or 10 instead of return 0 in main function?
1 second. Okay, let me check. Nothing will be happen, but this is just for the operating system. So you can return 5. Let's see what happened. Okay, so here exit status 4. Some message is showing, but nothing is happening with the your system will not be crashed. But this is just.
Sir, what does it mean exit status 4?
Yeah, this is not for you. Actually, this is for the operating system. So actually, if 0 is not returning, that means something wrong is happening from the program. This is just an indication to the operating system. 0 is not returned, that means some wrong is happening in the program. Okay, so by default we return 0. Okay, if any this is for the computer purpose actually, not for your only program purpose. Okay, so here you can see when we return 1 or 2 like this, so it is showing some message in the red message.
It
So
means it pre-decided return 0.
Yeah, this is decided for the operating system. If program is returning 0, that means operating system will understand that there is no problem with the execution. But if any other value is returning by the main function, so some indication is passing to the operating system, so that means this program is not executed successfully, it is returning 1. So operating system will handle this actually accordingly, what happened in the program. So
Okay,
this is
sir,
related to
thank
the
you.
OS. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
or you can just ignore this, like void, you can type void and just remove this. Okay, now it still will run 80. Still showing. Okay, let me check.
So you have not typed return 0 after printf?
No, I have written void now here. So I think it is not supportable by this Replit. Otherwise, we can mostly write this void in general offline compiler, and nothing happened. Okay. So
try GETCH.
That actually get character. You can take.
So you would have to write here just return.
Return none. Yeah, correct. Return void. But
Semicolons.
Sorry. Yeah. Still showing void. Okay, this is with, I think, this Replit, but I think in the other.
Try with get character.
Sir, can you explain why it exit status 2?
Yeah, this is some internal things for the program. In offline compile, actually, this type of error not comes. Sometime when
this is some specific related to the ID there. Some ID is not give that error there, but some ID will give that error there.
Yes, so this is related to the Replit ID.
And this is irrelevant message to the program there, so no need to worry about it.
Yeah, so this is just I have already said that this is related to the operating system. Okay, so just don't worry about this. It is not related to your output. But generally, you can follow the int and just add this message return 0. Okay. I think on portal maybe you can write this void and without returning anything, so it will run perfectly. Okay. So this is the things.
I think there are some standard rule practice are there. We need to follow it, na? Like in the C program there.
Yes. Okay. So other thing next is function declaration is there. Yeah, inside the function we just write statement and expression. So I've just written this example like, so these are all statement, which is actually we can say that instructions that will execute one by one. Okay, so this may be in the form of expression, call, anything. Okay, so this is the collection of statement which we are writing inside the main function. So example is given here, like x equal to 5, sum equal to add 3, 4. Okay, now comments. Yeah, there is one more important part is comment in the program. Okay, so we can write the comment for the documentation purpose in our program, and that comment actually ignored by the compiler. So suppose I am writing, I want to write some comment to understand something for our purpose. Okay, so here I am just writing single line comment. So we will use this 2 slashes. Okay, and after that I can write anything. So this like this here. We are calling add function. Okay. So you can mention these comments in your code. These comments will be ignored by the compiler and it will not impact your output. So you can see output will come 18. Okay. So if you're writing these things in that way, single line comment, you can write in that way. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah, because
Sir, we have to write this comment in our programming exam also.
No. This is only for you. Suppose if you have written program at some time, okay, so maybe after 10 days, 20 days, you are just reading or just looking the same program again. So at that time, you, by the help of these comments, you can understand your program easily. So this is the good practice or good habits for the programmer to write the program, write the comments in your program to understand the flow of execution, what things you are doing in your program at each steps like this. Okay, so you can ignore this, or this is actually generally a good habit to write the comments when you are writing the code, what you are doing actually. Okay,
Sir, it can be also used for commenting the code, that if I want to comment the 16th and 17th line,
yeah, you
I
can
can
comment.
use them.
Yeah, you can make any line as a comment. Okay, so like if you want to make this line as a comment, so just click on this double slash. Okay, so this will become a comment. Now if you write this x equal to 0, it will run, and by default 0 will be print in the output. Okay, so you can make any line comment, just put this double slash before that. Okay. Suppose if you want to write a multi-line comments. Okay, so multi-line comments, if you are not able to write only single line comment, want to comment the complete program. So at that time, you will use this one slash star. Okay, and then you can write anything. Okay, so like this is first line. Okay, enter, and you have to close this. Okay, so for close you have to write in this way. Okay, so now you can write like this is second line. Okay, this is third line. So if you want to write multi-line comment, so you can write in that way. Just mention this opening slash and star opening characters, and just write the comment in multi-line. And when your comment is complete, just close this. Okay, by this asterisk or slash. Okay, when you run this code, it will run. Okay, then it is not impacting your code execution. Okay, it will ignored by the compile. So in that way, you can mention any comment in your code. You can also comment here. Okay, so after this colon, so you can also mention initialization like this of x like this. Okay, so this will also work fine. Okay, this is just for the documentation purpose to understand the code easily when you are looking the code later. Okay, or suppose if you are giving the code to the others, so they can also understand the code by reading these comments. So what you are doing,
sir? Difference between comments and documentation, sir.
Comments. Okay, so comments is also a single line comments. You can mention, just explain the one line statement, and in the documentation, if you want to give the details of the program or details of the execution, like, okay, so this is just for the short details, and documentation you can say that the detail in the detail. Okay,
documentation mostly give the information about the program there, what program you have written it there, what content, what is the purpose of your program there,
complete program. And this single line comments are actually helpful to just explain the some part of the program, only a statement of the program, like this single line step.
Sir, sir, comments will be enclosed in a slash and a star, sir.
If you are writing single line comment, just use this double slash.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if you want to write multi-line comments in your code, then use slash asterisk and then asterisk slash in between. Okay, so these two types of comments we generally used in the C. Okay, so this is the main thing. So mostly in the program which we are providing in the assignment, so this type of comments is already written to just make you helpful for understanding the code. Okay, so this is a comment Now the return statement is used to specify the value to be returned from a function. And the main function, it indicates the program's exit status. So in the main function, this return statement is actually indicating the program exit status. So program exit successfully without any error. So that means 0. If any other status is coming, so it will just return it, that status, exit 1, exit 2, that type of. Okay. Now this is keyword. So next thing is the keyword in C. So what is keyword actually? So keyword actually we can say that these are the reserved word which is used in the programming language. Okay, so programming language is also created by some word and syntax. Okay, some predefined word we are using, predefined syntax we are using. So some word have actually meaning for the program, some specific meaning for the program. Okay, so that word is actually generally called as a keywords, which is actually used in the language. And generally we cannot use that these keywords for our variables names, function name, which actually we define in our programs. Okay, so generally we should not use these keywords as a variable name, function name, or any other name, other identifier. Okay, so these keywords have some specific meaning for the language, so no need to learn all these keywords, just understand this. So this auto, break, okay, break we used care, okay, care, const, continue, default, do, doubles. So there are many words which is actually already defined inside the language. So these should we know. So we should not use these keyword as a this keyword name as a identifier name in our program. Okay. So next thing is the variable in C. Yeah. So what is the variable actually? So variable is basically a identifier, or we can say that in general we store the data in our program during the execution. Okay, so that data may be anything. It may be integer, it may be that decimal value, it may be string value, character value, maybe anything. So, okay, based on the problem. So we store these data in our memory. Okay, during the execution, this data is actually stored in memory in some place. So actually we cannot remember the memory address, because that is actually the representation of hexadecimal in that form. So that it cannot be that cannot be remember or readable easily. So at that time, so we use this variable and identifier to just as a reference of this memory space. Suppose we want to store some value, integer value. Okay, so this number, so 10 in our program. So this 10 is actually will store in some place in memory. Okay, some memory location. So some memory will be occupied by this 10. But how we can just access this 10 value from the memory? How we can update this value in the memory? So how we can just remember the name during the program? So that actually reference of this memory, address of this memory, just mapped with this variable name. And we can just define any variable name, okay, so which we can understand easily. Suppose we want to store age of any person, so we can just give our variable name like age. Okay, age equal to like 10. Okay, when we are writing age equal to 10, so some memory is actually allocated for this age variable. Okay, and the address of this memory is allocated to mapped with this age variable internally. Okay, now we will access this 10 value in our program from any place by using this variable name age. Okay, so that is actually easy to understand, easy to remember what is the meaning of this data which we have stored someplace in the memory. Okay, so we can directly remember these things in our program. So age. So this variable we can give any name for the variable to understand, which we can understand easily. Okay, so this is called as a variable. Okay, which basically used to store some data in memory, and we can access this data by these variable names in our program. Okay, so this is example A. Is this similar for the height. If we want to store height of the person, so we can mention HEIGST height. Okay, we can give any name which we can easily understand. So these are called variables. Okay, so with the help of variables, we can directly access the data from the memory easily, and we can remember all the meaningful. Actually, these are variable names are meaningful, so we can easily remember during the program what actually this data is. So first things, now the variables. So first part is the variable declaration. So when we are when we want to use the variable in our program, so we have to declare the variable. That means, what is the meaning of declare the variable? That we have to define that what type of data
Find
we
the
want,
value.
what type of data we want to store in our memory. Okay, that things we have to define when we want to declare. Okay, so in the declaration, there are, this is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax. First we have to assign the data type. Okay, then we have to give variable name and then colon. Okay, so data type, that means we want so based on the problem, actually we know that what type of value we want to store. So this is the pre-information. We if we are writing some program, that things we know that what type of data we want to store. So at that time, according to that data type, we have to declare the variable name, and we have to also define these things, what type of data this variable will store in memory. And based on the data type, so the different memory size will be allocated to this variable. Okay, suppose we want to store one single character. Okay, so at that time we have to written like this char, C-A-R, and we will just write it like A. Okay, A, char A. So that means there is one memory space is allocated to this A variable, and so for to store one character, so only one actually byte is required. So only one byte is required, that will be allocated to this A. But if we want to store any integer value, okay, so for to store the integer value, at least 2 byte, or in general 4 byte is actually required to store integer value. So at that time 4 byte will be allocated to this integer data type. Okay, similar for the if you want to store float or any double big value. So according to that, based on the data type, that some different memory size is allocated to the variable. So this is the declaration thing. So we have to tell to the compiler what type of variable we are declaring. Okay, what type of value we will store in that variable. We have to declare this thing. So data type we have to tell to the computer. Okay, so here is the example. So if you want to store age, okay, so age we generally use store in the form of this integer value. Okay, so 10, 20, 30 like this. So we know this information, so we will just declare this value with the data type int. Okay, so that means before using the age value, we have to declare the variable first. Okay, we have to declare the variable first, then we can use that variable in our program later. Okay, so this is the first step. If we want to if we want to use some variable in our program, we have to declare first. Okay, then we can use. Another step is variable initialization. So at the time of declaration, we can also assign some value. Okay, so by default we can assign some value. So suppose like we are declaring like int A. Okay, so this is the only declaration. Okay, we have not assigned any value, we have just assigned the data type and variable name. But at the time of declaration, we can also assign some value like this int A equal to 10. Okay, so here both things are happening. Declaration, we are also declaring variable, and at the time of declaration we are also assigning some value in the memory. Okay, so this is called a variable initialization. So first time any value we assign to the variable, that is called the initialization.
Sir,
variable initialization. Yes.
Sir, int age means the data which you are storing in age is integer, sir.
Yeah. So so actually, when we are writing int A, some memory is allocated to store the integer value, but this time there is no value inside this. Okay, So here some garbage value can be come. So maybe some garbage value may be stored in the previous at this location. So that may be come, that may be exist. Suppose we can just check this. So here, suppose if we are making comment this, so let's see if we are not assigning any value, okay, and we are printing directly. So just see, you can see some value is coming. So this is called as a garbage value. Okay, so we have not stored any value. So by default, some garbage value is actually stored on the memory location. So that value is actually printing here. Okay, once you update this value, so that value will be replaced. Garbage value will be replaced. So you can see that 0 is coming. Okay, so at the time of declaration, you have to initialize the value if you want to. Okay, so this is the first two steps: declare the variable, and same time at the time of declaration, you can also initialize some value to the variables. So this is the syntax: data type, then variable name, and then initialize first value initialization. Okay, so you can assign any value. So this is example int count equal to 0. Yeah. So when you are just creating this variable, yes.
So there's a doubt that if suppose I'm initializing integer a and I'm at second line I'm saying that integer a is equal to 10 divided by 5. Will it store 2 or it will show error?
Okay, just tell me what you are doing. X equal to
10 divided by 5.
10 divided by 5.
5.
Okay. So what type of value you stored actually here? What type of value you declared? Integer?
Yes, sir. Integer.
Okay. So here actually you are getting 2. But suppose if I am writing 7. So actually some float value, decimal value should become?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. But actually we have just taken this data type integer, int. So this x will only
show the integer part only.
Yeah, only integer part it will store.
But if 10 divided by 5, it will show 2. But if we divide 10 by 3, it will show 9 only.
If you write
9 or 3 only.
Yeah, it
if we
will show
divide
only
by
3. Only 3. It's only 3. Okay.
Okay,
So to get the exact value, you have to use the float. Okay. If you know that the float value may become in the variable during the calculation, so you should declare by the float.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this is the naming rule. Yeah, this is also important for the variable. So when you are just giving some name to the variable, okay, so name for the variable or function. So okay, so these names actually we give in the this during the coding. So there are some rule to give the name for the variable. So what are the rule? Actually, we can use only letters, digits, and underscore in the variable name. Okay, so these are 3 things we can only use: letters, digit, and underscore. Second rule is that they must start with a letter or underscore. Any variable name can be start with the letter or underscore, but it cannot be start by the digit. Okay, this is the another rule. Variable names are case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? Means if any variable name is written like in the small. Okay, so suppose if I am writing a equal to 10, int a equal to 10, and int a equal to 20. So that means these are 2 different variables. Okay, capital A and small a, these are 2 different, not the same. Okay, so case sensitive means if here you can see that my v, here v is capital, here v is small, so both are different now. So this is the case sensitive variable. And C has reserved keyword that cannot be used as a variable name, like int a, file. So these are keyword which I have already discussed that we cannot as a variable name. So these are the rules when you are just creating any variable name. So just remember these things. This variable name cannot be start with digit. It can be start only from letter and underscore, and it can contain only letter, digit, and underscore. It cannot contain any special character like underscore or this at the rate and has or this type of keyword. Okay, so just remember these rules for the variables. Okay, next thing is the data type. Yeah, this is also important. Data types. What type of data types is generally we used in the C, and there are many type, but we will discuss the main important. So first is integer. Okay, suppose if you want to store any number without any decimal part. Okay, so that means whole number, positive, negative, or zero, any number. So at that time, if you know that you will always store the integer value, this number value without any decimal part, so you should declare the variable with int. So this int is represented for integer type of data. Okay, so you can use this int type, like here this example is given. Next data type is float. If you want to store a decimal value where some decimal part is also there in the value, it may suppose if you are calculating some things where you are some performing divide operations, so some decimal value can maybe come. Okay, so at that time you should declare the variable with float data type. Okay, so float type, you can store this float type of data in the variable. Okay, now this double is actually store the, so in if we are declaring only float, so it will maybe contain the value till 7 or 8 decimal point. Okay, but if you want to store the value in more accurate form, so that means in the more decimal place, so you can use this double. So at that time it will be stored till maybe 16 decimal point. So size is also different. For float, actually 4 bytes is required. For double, actually double is also stored this decimal value, but till the more digits in the decimal number. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
What is the limit of integer data type? It can store 4 bytes, but
yeah,
if
4
I,
bytes. Yeah, 4
if I
bytes.
need more,
so you have to increase the. So we can modify the data type. So we can use long int.
Okay.
Okay. So then you can store big value. Okay. So some modification is also there in the with the data type.
Sir. Difference between the float and the double, sir.
Yeah, size is the difference. Okay. Suppose in this, if you are just declaring float, so the value will come till 7 or 8 decimal point. Any value will become till 7 or 8 decimal point. Okay, but if you are using the double data type, then the decimal value will come till 16 or 8 this
14 to
decimal
16.
point. Yeah,
14 to
16 decimal point. Okay,
sir, so if we try to display the same 3.1415, that full value in the float, the value will be cut shorter, sir.
Yes. So float variable will show only till 7 or 8 decimal point, but double will show till 14 to 16. Okay.
Okay,
so
sir.
that means
Okay,
this is this actually represent the data in more accurate form. So more details. Okay. Here size is also big. Okay. Here we are using 8 byte to store this value, but for float we are we generally used this 8 bytes. Okay. Another data type is char, char. Okay, if you want to store single character, okay, single character, so it takes only 1 byte, and data type we can declare with char grade. Now this grade will store a character, so character is represented by this single quote. Okay, if you want to store character in any variable, you have to mark this single quote. That will represent as a character. Okay, and similarly bool is actually a variable which actually store the boolean value, which is actually called as a true or false. Okay, for represent okay, so this is not actually correct, sorry, this is 1, this is 0. Okay, so you can also use integer to this integer. So yeah, here boolean actually for boolean value, if value is 0, suppose if we are comparing two value, like here one value is a and another value is b. Okay, these are two variable, and we want to compare these, both are equal or not. Okay, so this is the condition. This condition, we are checking that, or what we are doing in the condition, we are comparing two value a and b, both are equal or not. So this type of statement is actually written true or false. Okay, either these value will be equal or not equal. So there are two conditions only. Either if both are equal, then it will return true. If both are not equal, it will return false. So if both are equal, it will return true in the one form, in the integer form 1, and false in the form of 0. Okay, so 0 is considered as a false and 1 is considered as a true. But in some question expression, 0 will be considered as a always false, but other than 0 any value will be considered as a true. Okay, so this is also important. If any condition, suppose if we are using a logical operator, okay, and symbol in the code. So if here it is written like 5, okay, here it is written like 0. So this when we are performing logical operation, okay, we are here, we will consider as a this as a boolean value, this also as a boolean value. So if anything else with anything else of the 0 will be considered as a true, and 0 will always be considered as a false. So yeah, that means if we are checking this complete statement, so and is represented that overall expression will return. So this and meaning both conditions should be true of left or right. Both conditions, if both conditions are true, then overall output will be true. Okay, and means this first should be true and this should also be true, then overall will be true. So if I am writing 5 here and 0 here, that means 5 will be considered as a true and 0 will be considered as a false. So overall will become as a 0. Okay, if I am writing here 1, then output will become 1. So conditional operator, this comparison operator always return this boolean type of value 0 or 1, but we can also use this 0 as a false, okay, and other than 0 any value as a true in our conditional statement. Or for if you want to use this true and false, you have to add another header file stdbool.h. Then you can define the variable with a small bool, okay, like this bool is true. Okay, then you can store this true like this. But you have to include a new header file that is actually stdbool.h. Okay, and by default this is also used. Okay, but it will store 1 and 0. So 1 for true and 0 for false. And void is actually a data type represent the absence of.
So one also represents negative numbers, na? Negative, and 0 represents positive magnitude.
That actually finished in the number system now. Okay, that actually we used in the number system. 1 is represented for negative and 0 for the positive in the number system. Now in the programming, this 1 for the boolean value, 1 or any positive or negative value will be considered as a true and 0 will be considered as a false. Okay, here true false we will use.
Okay sir, thank you sir.
And now void, actually this void is represented as a absence of value. That means there is nothing. Okay, typically used for the function that do not return a value. So we generally use for the function.
ಬಿಸಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಊಟ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಸಿಯಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಸಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಊಟ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ.
Yes, Santosh, can you mute yourself? Santosh? Okay. Okay.
Sir,
so now, yes.
So void data type does not occupy any space, sir, not even 1 bit.
Which one?
Void.
What you are saying that?
So void does not even occupy any space, sir, not even 1 byte.
No, void is just a data type. Is not storing any value or anything. This is
No,
just to
sir.
represent.
Other those Boolean data type and float data types occupy some 1 byte, 8 byte, no, sir.
So here there is no data, na? Here we are not storing anything.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is means absence of value. There is no value.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is for data type for no value, nothing. Okay, now example, yeah, here. So this is one function void print message. Okay, here we are writing and declaring some function where we are printing something. Okay, so that will be print in the console output screen, but we are not returning anything from this function. So we will just write this void. Okay, yeah. So custom data type, as I mentioned, that some data type we can also create. That we will learn later, so I am not discussing in that much. Okay, so this is structure. Okay, so that we will, I am just leaving now. We'll discuss it later. Okay, so modify the data type. So you can just modify the data types. You can use sort int. Okay, you can just reduce the size of integer using the sort int. And if you want to increase the storage size of the integer, you can use long int. Okay, long int, then you can store the big value. Also you can use the data with the signed or unsigned things. So signed data and unsigned data. So like this unsigned int positive integer. So that means this will be store only 0 and this any value without any sign. Okay, but it will not store any negative value with the negative sign like this. Okay, so this is unsigned integer. Unsigned integer is generally used for 0 and any the positive value. And signed integer, where you can also store this negative value. Yes.
Sir, these long signed and const, these are user-defined data types, sir.
Yes, user-defined. You can define if you think that the value, if you want to use any variable where you want to store big value. So
okay,
at that time, you can just define long int like this. Okay, so some big memory space will be provided for your variable to store big value.
Okay, so if we are not specifying those long, instead of that, just displaying big int big number means
yes.
What will be present, sir?
Yeah, suppose if you just write this int big number, okay, and if you want to store big value, so it maybe give some error if you are crossing the limit of this which it can store only. Okay, so it is providing actually 4 bytes, so there is some limitation to store the value in the 4 byte. Okay, so you cannot store the greater value of the limitation. So at that time you have to increase the size if you want to store a bigger value. Okay, so based on the requirement, you can just declare your variable accordingly using the help of this data type. So sign this const. There is one more this const data type. Inside the program, you can declare any constant variable like this const double pi. Okay, so this will be declared as a constant variable with the double size. Okay, and later you cannot change this value. Now next is operator. Okay, so this is the thing, variable data types. Okay, now operators comes. So to writing the expression. Okay, so when we are writing any code, definitely if we have to use this expression where we are just adding something, subtracting something, any mathematical expression, the general type of operation is actually used. So how we can perform this operation in C? So what are the symbol we used for these operations? So addition, simple plus sign is available in our system. So subtraction, we can use minus sign. Multiplication, we will use asterisk sign. Okay, division, we will use slash sign, and modulo and remainder we will use this percentage sign. Okay, between two. So you can see these are the example x and y, and we can perform this operation like this. Okay, so here what is the meaning of this expression is, so equal sign. Okay, so this equal sign means the value which are calculating on the right side part, that value will be stored in the place of this variable sum. Okay, so value will be stored in the sum. So right side we will always take as a value.
It's modulo or modulus in 7th line.
That is the remainder things.
It is modulo.
Modulo.
Or modulus.
Both are same. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next, so this is the arithmetic operators. This addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and this modulo and remainder. And another type of operator is relational operator. Relational operator means when we compare something. Okay, when we compare some things. So, and what is the result of this comparison is true or false. Okay, so what are the operator we use to compare the values or compare the variables like this? So equal operator. Okay, equal operator, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So these are the operators which are used for the comparison. Okay, so here actually suppose if I am writing 5 equal to 5. Okay, so this statement will return true because both value are same. If I am writing 4 equal to 5, it will return false. Value are not same. So if I am writing 4 does not equal to 5, so now this statement will return true because here we are checking not equal to. So here 4 is not equal to. Yeah, correct. Okay, so will return true. If I am writing 5 does not equal to 5, that it will return false. Here 5 is equal to 5. Similar, if I am writing 4 is less than 5, yes, this condition is true. If I am writing 5 is less than 5, false. Okay, and similar greater than, so 5 is greater than 4, yes, true. 5 is greater than 6, false. Okay, now equal to sign, so we can use 5 is greater than equal to 5. So here
1.
Yeah, true. Okay, so true means 1. Yeah, 5 is greater than equal to, both condition we are checking at the same time. Okay, if it is greater or it is equal, in the both case it will return as a true. So here 4 is equal to 5, so this equals condition is true. And if I'm writing 5 is greater than equal to 6, then it will return false. Okay, similar for the less than, so 4 is less than equal to 5, yes, true. 4 is less than equal to 4, yeah, true. 4 is less than equal to this 3, so this will return false. So this is the things we will use in our program when we want to compare something. So it will always return a value, boolean value, either true or false. If we want to return in the integer form, so for the true it will return 1, and for the false it will return 0. Okay, so this is called as a relational operator. Next is the logical operator. Yeah, this is very important for the expressions. So logical operator, and we generally use this AND operator, OR operator, and not logical not operators. Okay, so here if we have more than two conditions, suppose in the previous part we are checking one condition, okay, and we are comparing some things. Suppose if we have more than one condition to check, okay, and we can use this AND operator. So suppose I am writing this like condition C1 and C2. Okay, so here condition 1 is representing any comparison things, any we are comparing something. Similar here C2 is also any comparison things. Okay, so this is also a condition, and we want to satisfy that if both conditions are true, then output will be true. We want to that if both conditions are true, then output should become true. If any condition is false, then output should be false. So we will use this AND operator. So this AND operator, when we are writing like this, int x equal to, this is the one condition, this is the second condition. Okay, so if we want to 1 in the x, okay, so if we want to 1 in the x value, that is 2 in the x, so that means both conditions should be true, then 1 will be come in the x. If any condition is false, so like C1 is false, then x will be 0. If only C2 is false, then x will be 0. If both are false, x will be 0. Okay, but if both are true, then x will be 1. So this is the AND condition. So for the AND condition, both conditions should be true for the overall true. For the logical OR, okay, so if we want to add, if we want to check like any one condition is true, output should be true, overall output should be true. Okay, if we want to check that if any condition is true, not all. Okay, so we will use this OR operator. So in this case, if you want to write like int x, so if C1 is true, then output will be true. Okay, if C2 is true only, then still output will be true. If both are true, then output will be true. If both are false, then output will be false. Okay, or means any condition is true, output will be true. And means both conditions should be true for the output, then output will be true. Okay, logical NOT is just a converter. If our suppose x is contain 0, okay, then if we will use not x, then the value will become 1. Okay, and also one more important things related to this AND operator and during the in the C, okay, expression. If we are calculating this expression, okay, if we are calculating this expression, so execution will happen in that way. First, this C1 condition will be checked. Okay, in this AND operation, if C1 condition will be checked, because this expression will return true if both are true. If any one is false, then output will be false. So if condition 1, suppose if during the checking, so this compiler will check C1 first. If this condition is become false, second condition will not be checked. Okay, this condition will not be checked. If first condition is false, that means overall output will be false. No need to check second condition. So if anything is written in the second condition will not be checked by the compiler. Okay, based on the first output, if first condition output is false, no need to check second, so compiler will ignore the second part. Okay, if first condition is find out as a true, then second condition will be checked. Okay, in the first expression. And now talking about the second expression with the OR. Here, what is the things? If any condition is true, output is true. So same things here. First condition 1 will be checked. If condition 1 is found as a true, then second condition will not be checked. Okay, so overall output will be generated based on the first condition. If first condition is true, output will be 1 will be assigned to the x without checking the second condition. If first condition is found as a false, then second condition will be checked. Okay, just remember this will be very important for the questions. So maybe you will find some questions based on this concept. Okay, so here if first condition is true, second will not be execute. Okay, in the above, if first condition is false, then second will not be checked. Okay, so this is the logical operator. When you want to check the combination of condition and want to overall result true and false, just use this AND or based on your requirement. Okay, and output will be true and in the false form. Yeah. Next is assignment operators. So this is assignment operator. Assignment means something we are assigning something in any variable. Like yes.
Sir, in logical operators, can we in a program assign multiple logical operators continuously?
Yes, you can assign.
Okay.
So you can write condition like this: C1, one condition C1 and C2 or C3 like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this case, first this will be calculate. Okay, what is the output of this overall? Then we'll calculate by this one. In this, I will also discuss.
Is there a priority?
I will discuss that things also. Okay, after discussing these operators, then we will discuss this priority things. So next thing is the assignment operator. Assignment operator things, we are calculating some expression and assigning some value in some place. So we generally use this equal sign for the assignment operator, like a equal to 10, okay, or a equal to b, like this. Okay, that means what value is available in b, that value will be assigned at the location of a. 10 is assigned to the a. Okay, this is the meaning. And some place you will also find this plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to, division equal to, modular equal to, this equal. Okay, so suppose some place if it is written like this, a plus equal to 1. So what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is a equal to a plus 1. Okay, so when this symbol is written plus equal to, so the meaning of this, where we are adding 1 in the same value and assigning the output in the same value. So this is the equivalent. Okay, a plus equal to 1 meaning is a equal to a plus 1. Now you can apply these things with the all operators. So a minus equal to 1 means a equal to a minus 1. Okay, now a into equal to 2, so that means a equal to 2 into a, or a into 2. Okay, a divide equal to 2, that means a equal to a divided by 2. Okay, a modulo equal to 3, then that means a equal to a modulo sin 3. Okay, so these are the equivalent things. Now these things you can easily understand. Okay, so don't confuse with this type of representation in the code, minus equal to, multiple equal to. So you can simply convert the equivalent form. What is the meaning of this? Okay, so these all are actually considered as the assignment operator. So we are calculating some expression, and after calculating some expression, we are storing the result into some place on the left side. So this is the both equivalent. Now, another, yes.
Please explain any examples for that add and assign, sir.
Add and assign. You are just saying that this one.
Yes, sir.
So you can see this example. Okay. Initially, what is the value inside num is 5. Okay. In next line, we are writing num plus equal to 3. So the equivalent expression we can write num equal to num plus 3. So what was the previous value of num? 5. Okay, so 5 plus 3, 8. 8 value now is assigned to num. So now the num value will become 8 here in this line. Okay, in next line we are executing num minus equal to 2. So num equal to num minus 2. So what was the previous updated value is 8. So just put 8 here, and 8 minus 2 is 6. Now 6 will be assigned to num. So finally we are getting num equal to 6. So you can see this is the num is now 6 update. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now next type of operator is increment and decrement operator. Okay,
sir,
this is also,
sir, the name of the previous operator, sir.
This is all, these all are considered as an assignment operator.
Okay, sir.
Okay, assignment operator. Now next operator is increment and decrement operator. These are very common, you will find in the code. So what is the meaning of this increment operator and decrement? So you will find this operator like this. So suppose you have a value equal to 10. Okay, so in next line may be written like a plus plus, only this. So what is the meaning of this a plus plus? So meaning of this a plus plus is a equal to a plus 1. Okay, we are incrementing the value by 1. Okay, if in the next line suppose it is written like a minus minus, so that means the meaning of this is a equal to a minus 1. We are reducing the value of a by 1. So these are the, this operator is represented incremented by 1 and decremented by 1. Okay, so now the main things, actually this is also comes as a so this is generally called increment and decrement operator. Okay, these are the example, and you can see this code. So count equal to 10. When we are writing this count plus plus, so count value will be incremented by 1. Now count will become 11. In next line, count minus minus is written, that count value will be decrement by 1, and count is now 10 again, reduced by the 1. Okay, so this is the decrement operator. Now one more addition in this increment and decrement is pre-increment and post-increment. Okay, so this is also important. Pre-increment, some place you will find this plus plus a, like, okay, like this plus plus a, and a plus plus, like this. So this is when we are writing this plus plus before the variable. This is called as a pre-increment. And when we are writing this plus plus after the variable name, this is called as a post increment. Now, what is the meaning of this pre increment and post increment? So here, now take this example when we are using pre increment. Okay, so here x equal to 5. Okay, now we are writing this y equal to plus plus x. So here this is a pre increment operation. So what is the meaning of this pre increment? According to the name, if we are using this pre increment in some expression, so that means what operation we are performing inside the expression. Before that, we will first increment the value of x, then we will perform the remaining operation of the expression. So what other operation is just a assignment operation. Okay, we are assigning some value of x. We can write like this. Okay, so this is the assignment operation we are performing, but here pre-increment is happening with the x. So that means the value which will be assigned to the y after the increment of x. Okay, so according to the name, first we will increment the x, then we will assign the value of x to the y. Okay, so what value will we consider as a x for and y after this execution? So x was 5. Okay, now this is also a operation. This is also a operation like this, x equal to x plus 1. Okay, this is a similar operation, but in expression, first this operation will be performed. Okay, pre-increment, this operation will be performed, and then that value will be assigned to the y. So in this case, what we are doing, we are incrementing the value of x. So x is now become 6 after one increment, and then 6 value will be assigned to y. So y will also become 6. Okay, so after this execution, x and y both are 6. Now what is post increment for the same example? So x equal to 5. Okay, now we are setting y equal to x plus plus. Same thing. Now this is a post assignment. Post increment. So post increment means first we will perform the expression. Okay, then we will increment the x value. Okay, after completion of the expression, then we will increment the x value post. Okay, so here what will happen? So this 5 will be assigned to the y first, then increment will be happen to the x. So here same increment will be happen, x equal to x plus 1, but after the assignment operation. So finally we will get x equal to 6, but y will remain 5. Okay, so here we will perform the assignment operation first, then we will perform the increment in x. So the output will become x equal to 6 and y equal to 5. So this is the difference between pre-increment and post-increment. Okay, so just remember these points. So these are very important points for the quiz 1 and your assignment questions. So there are some questions based on this.
So could you please repeat pre-increment?
Pre-increment, yeah, pre-increment means for the same expression I am writing again. So x equal to 5. Okay, and y equal to plus plus x. This is written. So here we are assigning something y equal to plus plus x. So there is one operation is the assignment operation. Okay, so that value should be assigned to the y, but the value of x will be assigned after the increment. Okay, here first operation we will perform the increment. So this pre-increment is actually we will perform first increment in x, then the updated value we will assign to the y. In the post increment,
okay sir,
okay, x plus plus, first we will assign the x value to the y, then we will update the x value by increment 1. Okay, so this is the operation just order. Okay, so yeah, so this type of question is asked generally with the and or operator. So that I have just discussed before that. Suppose if a equal to 5, okay, and b equal to like 0. Okay, this 2 value is written, and in the during the AND operation, here B is written, and here like this plus A is written. Here we are not doing anything. Okay. So suppose this condition is given. As I said that any value, if we have 0 value, that will be considered as a false. If any positive value will be considered as a true. So what will be the output of this?
False.
Suppose we are storing this int x. Okay. So here actually this value is 0. Okay. Now this is a pre-increment operation we are performing apart from the right side. So what will be the value after the execution of this x, b, and a? Okay, so initially suppose x, yeah, I have just already mentioned a equal to 5, b equal to 0. X definitely you will get false. False means 0. So x you will get 0. Now b will also remain 0. Now what would be the value of 5? This a?
6.
No. Actually, as I said that if during this checking process, okay, this logical operation, this end condition, when we are checking this, if first condition become false, second part is not executed by the compiler. Okay, so this part will not be checked by the compiler, not executed by the compiler. Compiler will just check this. If this is false, it will store the result in the x, and that part will be ignored by the compiler. Okay, so nothing will change will be happen in the a. So a will remain 5. Okay, so just remember this thing.
But and both the values or just b plus a would be check na that.
No. As I said before, na, if when we are checking this condition with AND, if first condition found false, second condition will not be checked or not be executed, totally ignored. Okay, because overall result will be true when both are true. Both side is true. But here first is found as a false, then compiler will ignore the second part without doing anything. Okay, if first condition found as a false, then compiler will check the second condition. If second will also be considered as true, then overall will be true. If second is found as a false, then overall will become false. Okay, so just remember these things.
Okay,
in the
but
with the
and
end
in or both the condition will be checked.
In OR case, so that is also one more thing. So suppose OR case, if we are using this b, okay, and suppose here this time b equal to 1. Okay, now we are performing this plus a or a plus anything. Okay, now this time also int x. So here in the OR case, if any condition is found as a false, so suppose any condition is found as a true, then output will become true. So in that case, compiler will check first this. So b equal to 1, then 1 will be considered as a true. Okay, and if b equal to 2, 3, 4, anything, so that will be considered as a true. So in that case, if first condition is found as a true, then second condition will not be checked in this also. Okay, because OR case, any condition is true, output will be true. So if first is true, output is true, second condition will not be checked. So this part will not be executed. If first is found as a false, suppose this is a 0, this is a 0, now this is found as a false, then compiler will check this second. Now this, if this, so this pre-increment operation will be performed, and then condition will be checked. So in that case, suppose a equal to 0. So first a will increment by 1, then it will be considered as a true. Okay, it will be checked by the compiler. So this is one important thing with this AND and OR operation. So compiler ignore the things if any enough information is required found as a by the first condition. So this is pre-increment, post-increment. Yeah. So expression, expression we have already said that the combination of this operator and variables, okay, that is considered as a expression. Now operator precedence. So operator precedence also, if any expression is written as a combination of multiple operators and these variables, so which operation will be performed first? Okay, so how this computer will actually solve the expression. So some precedences are there in the C. So this is the precedence from high to low. So parenthesis is considered as a highest precedence. Okay, and this is the order. Then unary operator, multiplication. So yeah, both those operators are written in a single statement are actually considered as a equal precedence. Okay, here into, division and modulus all have the equal precedence. Okay, when we are writing this plus plus minus minus plus minus, these all have actually equal precedence. But when we compare from the previous one, so this parenthesis and unary operator, so parenthesis is the highest precedence. Okay, so this is the order of increasing precedence, but in any one line all have the same precedence. So you can just learn these by solving some expression in the C code. So parenthesis will be considered as, suppose if anything is written like this, so 2 plus 3 into 5. Okay, suppose this expression is written, how it will be solved?
2 plus 15.
Yeah, 2 plus 15. That means first this operation will be performed, 3 into 5, 15, and then 2. It will be adding with 2 and you will get 17. Okay. But suppose if it is written like by the parenthesis, if parenthesis is given, then 2 plus 3, yeah, this will be add first 5, then will be multiplied by 5, 25. Okay, so in this way, if any expression is written in the previous, like 2 plus 3 into 5, so here the into is the higher precedence, contains the higher precedence with the plus operator. So that operation will be performed first, and then second operation will be performed with the result. So this precedence is representing in this manner. Okay, unary operator is just this increment, decrement we have already seen. If we want to change the sign of any value, like if we want to become a equal to minus a, so first this operation will be performed like this, a equal to minus a plus 2 into 3, like this expression is written. So this operation will be performed first. This is the unary operator. We are changing the sign of value. Okay, and yes,
sir, without any parenthesis, if we have some calculation like 2 plus 3 multiplied into 5.
2 plus 3 multiplied by
5. Without any parenthesis.
So I have just mentioned now. Here multiplication have the higher precedence. You can see line number 3. Not yeah, correct.
But the unary operator plus has much more importance now, sir.
No, this is not. This is okay. You are confused now. This is the addition and multiplication operator. This is not a unary operator. Unary operator is just this when we are writing a plus plus. Okay, a and plus plus a like this, and if we are writing like a, so this is a unary operator. Here we are converting the sign of a value. When we are writing in this manner 2 plus 3, this is a addition. Yes, if you want to use the unary operators, you have to write like this, 2 plus then minus if you want to use the variable name like b, and then into 5. So this is considered as a unary operator.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that this is not a unary operator. This is a addition and multiplication.
Sir, in that sum 2 plus 3 multiplied to 5 divided by some number means which will be undergoing first, sir? Multiplication?
Yeah. So yeah, then comes associativity. Like if I'm writing 2. Okay, you are saying this?
Yes, sir.
So in this case, first we will identify the precedence in this order. Okay, this. But some operators have actually similar precedence. Okay, so like this, you mentioned that multiply and division. So here you can see line number step number 3. Multiplication and division both have the same precedence.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this case, when operator have the same precedence, then what order will be performed? That is actually called as a associativity. So that actually comes in the C. So associativity, there are two type of associativity, left to right and right to left. So in the case of like this arithmetic operation, okay, if you have written like this 2 plus 3 minus 5 plus 6, like this expression, okay, here plus minus plus, all these three operators have the same precedence. Okay, in this case expression will be solved left to right. Okay, first this operation will be performed, then output of this will be performed, then output of this will be performed in this manner. Okay, and similarly if expression is written like 2 plus 5 divided by 3, or not in this manner, okay, 2 plus 5 into 3 divided by 2, like this. So here actually first this is a plus, this into and this into. So which operator have the highest precedence? Into and divided. Okay, this one is the highest precedence compared to this plus. So this part will be solved first, but in this multiplication and division both have the same precedence, then left to right operation will be performed. Okay, so first this will be solved and then this will be solved, then operation will be performed with 2. Okay, when the precedence is same with the arithmetic operator, left to right associative will happen.
Yes,
okay. And logical operator also, when we have more than 2 conditions, like you can see A and B and C. So if you have more than 2 logical operator in the expression, so same left to right associative will happen. First A and B will be checked, then output of this will be checked with the OR. Okay, so left to right in this expression. And right to left, yeah, there is one more, right to left associativity have with the equal operator, assignment operator here. So assignment operator, if it is written like this, you can see this expression x equal to y equal to z equal to 5. In this case operation will be performed from right to left. So first this 5 value will be assigned to z. Okay, now z become 5, so that z value will be assigned to x. Now x become 5, that x value will be assigned to no, sorry, this is y. Okay, yeah, z value will be assigned to y, and then y value will be assigned to x. Okay, so in equal or this assignment operator, the associativity is right to left. When you find out any this type of equation, like I'm just saying that if a equal to 1, okay, and if I'm writing x equal to y equal or we can say that pre-increment. Okay, so 1 second, x equal to plus plus y, okay, and equal to plus plus z equal to 1. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? So here what will be happen? There are multiple equal operations are there. So first one value will be assigned to this z, and now pre-increment operation is happen. Now this will become 2. 2 value will be assigned to y, and now 2 will be incremented by 1 here, and 3 value will be assigned to x. So operation will be happen in that way in the assignment operator. Yeah, Vikas.
Sir, before this instruction, if I initialize value of z and y as something integer, then what will happen?
That value will be updated by the new value.
Means first z will be.
No, here assignment operator is there, so associativity will look like this. First assignment operation will be performed. Okay, so operation are performing in that way.
The initial value of z before this instruction will be neglected, and the
yes,
new
that will
one
be updated.
Okay, okay.
Okay, here associativity is right to left. So first this operation will be performed. Okay, then other operation will be performed. Okay, so this is the associativity. So all the logical operator, arithmetic operator, it contains left to right associativity with the same precedence operator, and assignment operator contains right to left associativity. Okay, And next part is the basic part, input and output in C. How we can take input and how we can return the output to the console in the running time. So there are two functions we generally use. Printf, this is very common. Printf, okay, if we want to print something in the output console, we use this printf function. Inside this function, we can write anything. I will just explain by this. Okay, I'm removing this remaining part. Okay, so this is the output function. We can write anything inside this, like hello C. Okay, so which we are writing in the curly braces. Okay, so this curly braces is representing this is a string. Okay, so that string is actually printed in the output format. So hello C is printed. Okay, so we can write anything in double quote. But we can, if we want to pass any value inside this string, so we used format specifier. Suppose int a equal to 10. Okay, and we want to pass this value a inside this string in any place. So what we can do, we can write format specifier, and so suppose we want to pass this integer value. So for integer value, we will pass this %d. Okay, so hello, we are passing this %d. Now we, after comma, we have to pass the value, variable name, which value we are passing inside the string. Okay, so hello space %d. So this %d will be replaced by the value of a in the strings. So what output will come? Hello 10c. Okay, hello 10c, you can see. Similarly, if you just write this after C, so it will come after C. Okay, so hello C10. So you can pass in this value like this. Suppose you have more value, so b equal to 20. Okay, so you want to pass also this a and b both values. So you can write like this, a equal to, now %d first. Okay, now you can mention comma, b equal to %d. Okay, so first d, this first format specifier d will be replaced by the a value, and you want to pass the second value, just enter one, use one more comma and pass b. Okay, so first this %d will replace by a, and second %d will replace by b value in the strings. Okay, so this is the string area where we are passing some value in this string in the form of specified this type specifier. So you can see a equal to 10, comma b equal to 20. Okay, so if you change this order, b and a, so order will change. You can see a equal to 20, b equal to 10. Okay, now so first value is passing here and second value is passing here. So in that way, you can print anything in any format. You can type any strings here and you can pass the value using this format specifier. So for integer, we use %d. Okay, if you want to float value, suppose if this is a float and this is like 0.5 and this is like 0.5. Okay, so suppose if you pass this value in this manner, so ab, so what output will become? So some garbage value is coming. Okay, let me check. %d. So for a and b. So now you are using this float here, float value, and here also. So you have to use this f. Yeah. Okay. Now you can print 10.5 and this 20.5. Yes, you can see now 6 digits are coming in the output. So you can also just reduce this by here 0.2. Okay, so here also 0.2. So this decimal value will come till only 2 place. Now you can 10.50, 20.50. So this is some related to the specifier. So this %d is actually, d is used for integer, f is used for float, c is used for character. Okay, so you can also write this like char. Okay, so here you can write like a x or z, or here you can write like x. Okay, so now you can write here c. Okay, now you can print. So a equal to z, b equal to z. So based on the data type, that specifier is also changed. So the common are actually this d for integer, f for float, and c for character, s for string. Okay, so we will discuss the string things later. Okay, so this is, yeah, so this is the print things. And similar scan, there is one another operation, scan. This is actually used to read the input from the console during the execution. So how we can read the value from the input from the console? So we use this, suppose after declaration. So this int a, suppose we have declared some variable. Okay, and we want to read this value of a and b from the console during the execution. Let me change this d and this d. Okay, so how we can read the value from console? We will write this scanf. Okay, so first thing in the double quote, we write the specifier, what type of value we want to read. Okay, so if we have declared a as an integer, so we will use %d. Okay, after comma, we will just pass the value which we are reading, where that value will store. Okay, so that value will store in the a. Okay, so this is just a variable name, but for this operation is performing with the interacting with the console. So at the time we have to pass the pointer here. Actually, we have to pass the address of memory location. So at the time to pass the memory location address, we will use this AND symbol, and a. Okay, so this is actually referring a address of a. Okay, so what memory is allocated to a, what is the address of that location? So because of that, we are passing this AND a, and this is called as a pointer. Pointer means the address of memory. So we will pass this a with this AND symbol. Okay, when we want to read this value, so we will write in this manner. So if we want to read second value, so we will write the same line again, and we will pass the b here. Okay, now when this program will execute, so it will stop at this line and it will wait for our input. Okay, once we will pass the input, we will enter, then it will stop at the second line and will wait for our input from the console. Okay, then we will pass the second line, second input, then it will be passed to the print statement, and it will print the output. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it is waiting now. You can see here it is stopped now, and it is waiting for our input. You can see the status of above stop. Okay, so this is not it is running right now. Okay, now we can pass like 50 first value. Okay, when we press enter, now it is waiting for the second statement. Now it is stopping here, and it is waiting for the second value. So if we pass second value 100, now when we press enter, you can see third this line is executed, and a equal to 50 and b equal to 100 is print. Now our code is also stopped. Okay, so this is the way to read the input from the console. So we are reading the data from our console, and based on that data we are printing the output. So you can print the sum as well here. So like if you want to print sum, so a plus b. Okay, so like this we can read any value like 500 plus 150. You can see output is coming 650. Okay, so these two line is actually reading the input, two input, and based on that we are printing the output. So this is the input process in the program. Okay, so if you want to read float value, just write f here. Just declare the float variable and write f here. Okay, f and f. If you want to read character value, declare the variable with character and use c here, %c, in that way. Okay, so what type of data you want to read from the console, just mention the specifier accordingly. Okay, so these are two another command is there, get char and put char. So this is also to read single character. So if you are using get char, so it will read one character from the console. Okay, if you are using put char, so it will print, it will display one character in the output. So commonly we generally use this printf and scanf. So you can go with, yeah, because
Sir, in scanf we can take one input at a time only.
yeah, one input at a time. But you can use one single scanf, and you can pass the value in that way. Like you can just pass two specifier here, percentile d, okay, and pass two value like and b. And let's see. So here you have to once again 500 and 250. You're getting 60. Okay. So it will first it will actually executing it will read the one value based on this percentile d, and for it will store at this location. Then it will stop for the second value. Then it will read for the second value. Then it will execute in the next line.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So and also you can pass the two value separated by space, like 500 space and 200 like this. Okay. So 500 and 200 is reading and getting 700. So this is also one. Okay. So this is the way of input. So now you know about all the things. You can start writing the code. So I have done all the things now for the basic. Now you can just solve the problems. Some problems actually already most of the program is written. And just understand this, understand the program which is already written in the assignments. Okay, just what happened in the each line, and check what happened and what you need to write. Okay, and one assignment actually we found something wrong happening in the assignment. So I'm just telling you, GRP2, this some internal calculation is actually giving wrong answer if we are writing the same expression in different ways. Suppose if we are calculating each part separately, okay, and after that we are putting in one expression, then output is actually this floating value is just become changed. Okay, so this actually output is coming like 447.73 like this. So to solve this GRP2, just write one expression. Okay, just write one expression for this formula, and also use the integer value for this one. Do not write 1.0. Okay, only write 1. And also for this rate of interest, okay, just write the value for this r is r divided by 1200. Okay, so this is r value is given in the percentage, so that percentage will be converted into a rate. So r divided by 100. And also this is the annual interest rate, so we'll convert into a monthly interest rate, so we will also divide it by 12. So r will be replaced by r divided by 1200. So just write 1200, not 1200.0. Okay, so because of that some floating value is actually changed, so output will not be matched. So just note down these things, okay, to solve this problem. So this note is also written for consistency in output. Write the code in single expression, and also use this integer value as integer. Okay, so now the all basic things is cover. Any question from anyone? Okay, next. So this week actually we have preponed the session of Friday on Wednesday. Okay, so the session will be conducted on Wednesday 7 to 9 p.m. Okay, there is no session on Friday this time.
Sir, there is one request.
Yes.
Sir, just like you shared the notes of the week 3, they were really helpful. I was looking at them while attending the lecture. So can you please share the notes of week 2 and week 1 also in the chat?
No, actually week 2 I have not created any notes of this type of file. Week 1 I have created, but that is not actually validated. Okay, so maybe some error maybe happened in this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is actually theoretical basis. So we will create this type of documents for week for the coding part.
Okay,
And
sir.
so maybe later we will just create a online link for this. You can directly access through the browser.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So just writing the code. So only writing the code is helpful for this course. Okay, to understand everything. Do practice on the editor. Okay, any query?
No, sir.
Okay. So next Wednesday 7 p.m. we will meet. At that
Okay,
time we
sir.
will discuss your assignments out. Okay, and practice programming assignment like this.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good night.
Okay, sir. Thank you.